This announcement in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, laws of the state of New Jersey. The Borough Clerk has prepared a schedule of the meetings of the governing body of the Borough of Kenilworth for the year 2021. The Borough Clerk has posted a true copy of this schedule on the bulletin board located at the front entrance of Borough Hall, and has mailed true copies of this schedule to the local source, the Star-Ledger, and the Home News Tribune, and is maintaining a copy of this schedule in her office during the year 2021. During the public health emergency caused by coronavirus, the Borough Council will continue to meet on their regularly scheduled meeting dates at 6 p.m. The council meeting will continue to commence as soon as possible after the work session. Accordingly, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied in regard to this meeting. Please stand for the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. It is with a heavy heart that I tell you, former Borough Clerk Hetty Lipke passed away on September 14th. Until her retirement in 2013, Hetty was tough. There was no doubt about that. She expected the best from personnel and officials alike because she knew you had it in you. Sometimes I think if more people believed in all of us like that along the way and throughout life, that we'd be better off as a society in so many ways. She will be missed by many, but never forgotten by those who were fortunate enough to know her well. On behalf of the Borough family, past and present, we extend our deepest condolences to the Lipke and Ryan families. I ask at this time that we observe a moment of silence in her honor. Roll call, Madam Clerk. Thank you.
Councilwoman Cesare?
Here.
Councilman David?
Here.
Councilman Finestrella?
Here.
Councilman Ladati?
Here.
Councilman Pence?
Here.
And Councilman Puglisi?
Here.
Is there a motion to approve minutes of executive session of August 25th, 2021? The work session in the council meetings of September 8th, 2021.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilwoman Cesare. All in favor?
Aye.
Communications were received from the New Jersey State League of Municipalities.
Okay, is there a motion to accept communications and reports?
Motion.
Okay, motion made by Councilman Pence, seconded by Councilwoman Cesare. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, just a couple things. I would like to welcome the new juice bar that's located in the Aesthetic Temple Gym on Swanson Drive. I did a ribbon cutting for them this past week. I'd like to wish Jasmine and David Oritz-Pina much success and happiness. Thank you for choosing Kenilworth to live, also residents, and also start your business. We're happy that you're here. It was also an honor to do a ribbon cutting for Karate World. This amazing business is celebrating their 30-year anniversary. It's such an amazing accomplishment, and I'm proud that Jeff chose Kenilworth to establish his business and wish him continued success for many years to come. Also, the COVID numbers, we've had 38 positive cases in the past 30 days and 4 in the past 7 days. And I'd like everyone to please join me in extending best wishes to Ellen Johns in her retirement. Ellen is an inspiration and a role model to us all. Her bright, warm smile and genuine kindness to everyone she encounters, along with her positive attitude and her abundance of cheerful energy, has made everyone's day just better just by being in her company. And she contributes a lot to this borough being a great and pleasant place to work. Ellen, you will be sorely missed, and I wish you good health and happiness. I hope you spend time with your loved ones and do all the things you want to do. I thank you sincerely for the 34 years of your continuous hard work, dedication, and commitment to Kenilworth. I'm very excited for you. However, you will be greatly missed. Congratulations on a wonderful career and best wishes in your next chapter. Finance report, Councilman Ladati.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. The tax office has printed the 2021 and the final and the 2022 preliminary tax bills, which are all in process of being mailed to the residents. All residents should receive their bills shortly. The bills include taxes that the borough collects from the municipality, the local school district, the local public library, the County of Union, and the County of Union Open Space Trust. We have not received notification of the New Jersey Homestead Property Tax Credit or Senior Freeze Program, two very important programs. Questions regarding the Homestead Tax Credit should be directed to the State of New Jersey Division of Taxation, and that's at 1-888-238-1233, and the Senior Tax Freeze at 1-800-882-6597. Again, that's 882-6597. If you would like to pay your tax bill online, go to the Borough website at www.kenilworthborough.com. The tax office is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. If you would like to make a payment in person, or you may use our lockbox located on the finance door. Big sign on the door that says, "Put it here." Located in the finance store to leave your payment before or after hours. Please note, only check payments should be left in the lockbox with your name, address, block, and lot reference on the check. Also, just a reminder that after Hurricane Ida, our residents and our business owners that have been hit hard can meet with FEMA to find out about loan programs that they're offering. And they'll also help you fill out the application if you're having problems. The Union County location is at the Senior Center, 618 Salem Drive, Elizabeth, New Jersey, not our senior center in town. So it's in Elizabeth again, 618 Salem Drive in Elizabeth. Mayor, that's all I have on the finance end.
Thank you, Councilman Ladati. Department of Public Works, Councilman David.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things. The Superintendent, DPW, would like to congratulate Patrick Barbosa de Oliveira, DPW Employee of the Month for August 2021. We would also like to recognize the Department of Public Works Senior Clerk on her service anniversary this month, September. Ms. Curry Seneca completes 17 years of service. And the only other thing is, as everyone knows, Hurricane Ida hit the town pretty hard. Due to the superintendent putting out there that residents were allowed to discard their damaged property at the curb, they have successfully collected and disposed of approximately 100 tons of ID-13 storm-damaged bulk material during the curbside courtesy collection effort, which affected residents. And they're back to normal operation as of 9/16. And the other thing is October 2nd is the first Saturday of the month, and the DPW yard is open from 8 to 12 for residents to bring recycling and used oil and stuff like that. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman David. Department of Public Safety, Councilwoman Cesari.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll start off with safety, because since Kenilworth has continued to be victimized by a rash of car thefts and motor vehicle burglaries. Most recently, 2 vehicles were stolen last weekend, and several other vehicles were broken into. Residents are reminded to lock their cars even when on the street or in their driveways, and not to leave their key fobs in the vehicles. It's really important. This has been going on for a while, and I hope to get these guys because they just keep going at it. On September 8th, On the 13th, KPD conducted their first annual physical fitness incentive. It was designed by and implemented by Lieutenant Robert Cox and Sergeant Glenn Sandel. Officers were required to run 1.5 miles and then do 50 push-ups, 30 sit-ups, and 15 pull-ups within specific timeframes depending on the officer's age. Officers were also screened for blood pressure and cholesterol. The program was voluntary and was set up to reward the officers who could complete each standard. Almost half the department participated in the incentive, and it was a tremendous success. That's a good thing. On September 16th, KPD began advertising for 2 positions for new recruits to begin Union County Police Academy in January of 2022. The 2 positions were created by 2 officers submitting their retirement papers on September 1st, 2021, both which will be effective on February 1st, 2022. The advertisement period will run from September 16th until October 16th until 4 p.m. KPD will then administer written tests on October 21st, followed by a physical qualification test on the 28th. Top-scoring candidates from these tests will move on to oral interviews during the week of November 1st to the 5th. The application procedure is being run through policeapp.com and so far has produced an extensive list of candidates. It is a progressive and exhaustive process which will identify the best available candidates for Kenilworth PD. So we are going to be doing new hires very soon. I'm excited about that, I really am. So, and that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Councilwoman Cesari. Planning and Zoning, Councilman Fenestrella.
Thank you, Mayor. I have no report.
Okay, thank you. Recreation and Fire, Councilman Pence.
Thank you, Mayor. August report from the fire department. They answered 35 calls, 3 of which were mutual aids. The rescue squad did not report anything to the fire department, so I have no numbers for them. The rec department, they're still finalizing the October events. We'll have more for the next meeting.
Okay. Excellent, thank you very much, Councilman Pence. Health, Education, and Human Services, Councilman Puglisi.
Thank you, Mayor. Regarding the library, it was brought up and discussed at the last meeting of the Board of Trustees that there was roof damage as a result of Hurricane Ida or Tropical Storm Ida in the library. And they are looking to see how much it would cost to repair or replace the roof. I guess there were 2 type of ways to repair the situation. One was more expensive, one was less expensive, and they were still in the investigation process to determine which of the avenues they were going to undertake. Also discussed was that perhaps in the upcoming new year, they would add an extra late night. Right now, there's just one late night, like a Thursday night. Perhaps add another one in coming new year now that restrictions are hopefully being lifted moving forward. More items regarding the library events. There is a fall reading program that's going to begin on September 27th, and these are for the children, and that's being held indoors. And now they have lap sit, which is on Tuesdays from 10:30 to 10:50. And then they have toddlers, which is called toddler time, on Wednesdays for 10:30 to 10:50. And then story time on Thursdays from 3:30 to 4 o'clock. Anyone interested in any of these programs can call the library for further information. Beginning on September 27th, the children between the ages of 4 and 9 can come to the library and check out a book and get while they're there, what they call a grab-and-go fall craft kit while supplies last. So not only can you go and check out a book, the library will give you a craft to take home. Again, that's for children between the ages of 4 and 9. In addition, the library will be hosting a Hispanic Heritage Celebration on October 6th from 3:30 to 4:15. Moving again to the Kenilworth Public Library's Yarnies, they are going to take on a new cause. They're going to embark on a community service project learning Tunisian crochet. And what they're going to do is create what they call shrugs for caregivers of children battling pediatric cancer or traumatic injury. And I have a picture, Martha, I have a picture here of what they're creating, and, it's just another good cause. If you're interested in joining the Arnies and learning Tunisian crochet, they meet on Thursdays inside the library from 2 to 4. In addition, the public library has a group called Paper Pals, and they are continuously learning new card-making techniques. And their latest cause is to begin creating cards for residents of senior living facilities. Now, if you want to join this group, they meet inside the library on Tuesdays from 2 to 4. Now, they were kind enough to show me what they actually make. Marco, again, I apologize. This is what they're made out of paper. They're these flowers, and this is what they want to do and want to hand out. So, and they're beautiful. And if you have some extra time, it's for a good cause. They meet at the library at Tuesdays from 2 to 4. And kudos go out to them for taking their time to do that. As for the Board of Health, once again, there's going to be a Michael Vitale Senior Annual Health Fair, and that's going to take place this Saturday, the 25th, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the St. Teresa's Elementary School parking lot. And the only service they'll be providing is the flu shots. As some of you may recall, in years past, this used to be a big event, and you go inside the gym, and it would be everything, blood pressure, everything. And there were so many different types of groups represented. In this case, unfortunately, because of the life we're living, there'll only be flu shots. There'll be no charge to Kenilworth residents, and for non-Kenilworth residents, you can still come, but it'll cost you $20. And again, that's drive-through and walk-ups, and that's for everybody. And quite honestly, I asked my doctor for a flu shot, and she said, no, at this point, we're not even giving it. You don't qualify because I didn't meet the age threshold. So, if you have a chance, take advantage of it. It's for a good cause. And kudos go to the Kenilworth Board of Health for taking up this endeavor. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Councilman
Can I follow up
Puglisi.
with the library?
Sure.
I was on health education and welfare or human services for 5 years. And for the last 3 years of my service on it, we talked about the roof. Last year, I went there and the grants didn't go through. We didn't fill out the application in time, so we missed that period. The next period was the roof needs some patchwork. We'll do it to get through the winter, and then we'll have the roof done in the spring and have it done. Well, winter's coming again, and the roof still isn't done, and they still can't make a decision on the dollar value for the roof. They have multiple contractors out there with multiple bids, and they go as far as $70,000 down to the best one I heard was $33,000. Why not get the roof done? And maybe Frank could go there and find out what's going on, or the mayor could. But we need that to be done. I want it done before the winter. Or you're going to have the problem again with any heavy snow, because Ida made the roof weak. So now you put heavy snow on there, who knows what's going to happen when we come through. So, that's my opinion on that.
Thank you for that.
Even better than me, perhaps our professional engineer can
He's
lend
been
it.
there 100 times.
Ken,
I've been there several times
Okay,
also.
let's stay.
And I had made a recommendation actually to replace the roof. I think it needs to be replaced. I know, like Councilman Ladani said, there was, before one of the winters, we said maybe just patch it, get it through the winter, but it really needs to be replaced.
Okay. Thank
Mayor, I
you.
guess, let me ask, since
Move on.
it's the lawyer. We had the Vici Construction Company look at it. They totally concur with the engineer. Humbly, that's a disaster waiting to happen. And I praise you all, but I would urge you, let's bring them in, let's not wait. That's our real problem, and I don't want to be over dramatic, Mayor, but that roof is
Absolutely.
something, and I
Well,
commend all
absolutely.
of that. And when, God forbid, that roof collapses, or the nightmares are horrible. So Mayor, Council, and Engineer, do something with that. That's frustrating.
Okay. Thank you. Next for council consideration is the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion made by Councilwoman Councilman David, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella.
Number 11 was taken off consent agenda and will be voted on separately. Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
Councilman Pence?
Yes.
And Councilman Puglisi?
Yes.
Resolution number 11 is off consent agenda. It's in regards to the appointment of Iris Ramos as Construction Office Administrative Assistant and Code Enforcement Officer.
We need a motion. We need a motion.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
No.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
Councilman Pence?
Yes.
And Councilman Puglisi?
No.
The motion passes.
Okay.
Next up, I have ordinance 2021-14, an ordinance authorizing the termination of a certain settlement agreement dated as of September 1st, 1994, between the Borough of Kenilworth and the Norway Valley Sewage Authority, the boroughs of Garwood, Roselle Park, the city of Norway, the town of Westfield, and the townships of Clark, Cranford, Springfield, and Woodbridge.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to terminate the September 1994 amended agreement with the RVSA. Ordinance 2021-10 approved the September 2021 amendment to the new RVSA agreement, but also requires a termination of the old agreement. Is there a motion to open the floor for discussion on this ordinance 2021-14 only?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilman Pence. Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Please come forward. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion, is there no discussion? Is there a motion to close the floor for public discussion on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Motion made by Councilwoman Cesari, seconded by Councilman Ladati. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2021-14 for adoption?
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Motion made by Councilman Puglisi, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella.
Be it hereby resolved that ordinance 2021-14, entitled an ordinance authorizing the termination of a certain settlement agreement dated as of September 1st, 1994, between the Borough of Kenilworth and Norway Valley Sewage Authority, the boroughs of Garwood and Roselle Park, the city of Norway, the town of Westfield, and the townships of Clark, Cranford, Springfield, and Woodbridge, heretofore introduced, is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on September 22nd, 2021, at 7 p.m. or as soon as thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the Borough Council, and that at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance. Be it further, be it further authorized that the Borough Clerk is hereby directed to publish said ordinance in accordance with law. Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
Councilman Pence?
Yes.
And Councilman Puglisi?
Yes.
Next up, I have 2021-16, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2019-05, providing for compensation of borough employees and the Borough of Kenilworth.
To fix and determine the salaries, wages, or compensation to be paid to the officers and employees of the municipality, including the members of the governing body and the mayor or other chief executive who by law are entitled to salary, wages, or compensation pursuant to NJSA 40A9-165. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2021-16 on introduction?
Motion.
Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella.
Be it hereby resolved that ordinance 2021-16, entitled an ordinance amending ordinance number 2019-05, providing for compensation for borough employees of the Borough of Kenilworth, heretofore introduced, is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on October 27th at 7 p.m., or as soon as thereafter the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the Borough Council. Be it further authorized that the Borough Clerk is hereby directed to publish that ordinance in accordance with law. Councilman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
Councilman Pence?
Yes.
And Councilman Puglisi?
Yes.
Okay, it is with great honor that I have a proclamation this evening congratulating Kenilworth Ellen Johns on her retirement, following 34 years of dedicated service to the Borough of Kenilworth. Whereas Ellen Johns was appointed to the position of part-time clerical in the Kenilworth Building Department on February 12, 1987. To put her hire date in perspective, 1987 was the year that President Ronald Reagan told Mikhail Gorbachev to tear down this wall. Fiji became a republic, Aretha Franklin was introduced into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Super Bowl 21 MPV Phil Simms first used the phrase, "I'm going to Disney World." So I like that phrase. Ellen Johns has served the borough in various capacities over her tenure: clerk, welfare director, administrative assistant in the construction office, and administrative secretary for the planning board. The level of commitment and service brought to Kenilworth by Mrs. Johns will forever be the benchmark to be attained. Preferring to maintain a low profile, Ellen Johns is known for her caring, steady, and kind interactions with others, hence her honorific title of St. Ellen. Over her career, she has exemplified dedication, professionalism, compassion, and service with a smile. The multitude of letters in her personnel file from department heads, property owners, contractors, and officials all attest to her proficiency and fallibility. After all her achievements, Ellen Johns has decided to retire from her positions with the Construction Office and Planning Board to enjoy a well-earned retirement that will be marked by more time spent with family and friends. We sadly accept her decision to retire, but extend our most heartfelt appreciation for a job well done, and wish her well in whatever the future holds for her. Now therefore, I, Linda Karlovich, Mayor of the Borough of Kenilworth, on behalf of the entire Borough Council and the citizens we serve, thankfully and gratefully extend our most sincere best wishes for whatever comes next for one of our all-time favorite people. Ellen Johns, good luck, Ellen. You have our respect you achieved the old-fashioned way. You earned it. Congratulations, Ellen.
Thank you. It's a bitch.
Okay, is there a motion to open the floor to the public?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilman Puglisi. All in favor? Does anyone have anything to say for the good and welfare of Kenilworth? Please come forward and state your name and address.
Good evening, Rich Pasterno, 241 P2 Avenue. And I would like to extend congratulations to my good friend Ellen. We've worked together for years, and this is not going to be easy seeing you walk down those steps. She has taken care of the planning board, the permits, everything. And she's probably one of the most kindest people that you will ever meet in your life. We know another woman who is kind and generous, just like you, Ellen. And my wife always said, if somebody walked into Ellen's office and they had a horn sticking out of their head, we would all look like this. But Ellen would say, what a beautiful horn. How can we never reach that horn? And she would just smile and make you feel welcomed and pleasant. Ellen, I will truly miss you. I know you live right around the corner. We're together so long now, our grandchildren play with each other. So, as you know, I love you and respect you, and God bless you. Thank you. That's all I
Thank you. Okay.
Mary Mickett, 725 Monmouth Avenue. First and foremost, your loss, my gain. She's joining social concerns.
That's fantastic.
And I always look for good people. I always have.
Very smart, Mary.
I want to thank you for bringing up I needed food. Right now, we can't take any in right now. We still don't have our pantry. They're still working on the bingo hall, and they have to take out foot to 18 inches of the wall and then wash the floor and so forth. So we can, and we have people waiting, they keep calling, when is the pantry going to open, when is the pantry going to open? It will be opening very shortly. We may have to just do it out in the driveway, bring out the bags there, because the pantry itself will not be open. I'm going to bring this up early. Anyone needing baskets for Thanksgiving, just call the rectory and put your name down. Because we're only taking people from Union County, and you will have to show identification. It's only the last 2 years that we did this because we were getting them. I don't know, there must have been a sign out in New York City, come to St. Teresa's.
They know where to go.
But it was, oh, you give better baskets than anyone. But we appreciate, our police department is unimaginable what they do for us. And they're something shields, what is it? Silver Shield?
Silver Card Association.
Pardon me?
The Silver Card Association.
The Silver Card Association and the rest. And I have a special thanks for, Fred, because he really has worked that section up. But I want to thank everyone who has helped us out with our pantry, the mayor, everyone. Anyone who has told a friend or whatever. But we are willing to help anyone that's in need, especially the seniors. We can never get into helping the seniors. The seniors, because I don't know any myself, are the proud poor.
You know me.
Yeah, they're the proud poor. They always say, well, I can do it. Well, we can make smaller baskets for them. We can, do smaller things for them. But we will be very happy to help anyone that's in need and anyone that's in need from the flood. Give us a call. I'll help you out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Seeing no one else? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Good evening, Mayor. Louis Demondo, 500 Richfield Ave. I just want to take a couple minutes to remind our residents of our public safety meeting that we're doing October 7th, 5:30 to 7:30 at the firehouse. Since walking door to door at the end of July, I noticed the recurring topic theme was pedestrian traffic as a whole in town. Most recently, as Councilwoman Ciceri mentioned, the burglaries, a couple car thefts. So this event's going to kind of give the platform for our residents to voice any other concerns. I just want to, thank the chief for all his efforts in putting this together. He's going to be there to address some of that. We have other nonprofit associations that's going to come attend the event and kind of go over some of the preventative tips to prevent some of our residents not becoming potential victims, especially our seniors. We know that they're being targeted over the phones, all kinds of scams that's going on with that. So I want to encourage our residents to come out. I see a lot of complaints on Facebook, and I've endured a few, but I think this is an excellent event to have all our first responders there and to communicate with our residents. I also want to thank the mayor, the borough. Of course, our association is proud to sponsor this. Our fellow first responders at the firehouse for letting us use the venue there. We also have we're going to have some snacks, some light refreshments, and we're also going to be giving away some ring cameras, some other stuff that was donated to our residents that are in attendance, so
Excellent.
thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, seeing no one, I'll entertain a motion to close the floor to public discussion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilman Ladati. All in favor? Aye. Good. Does anyone else have anything to say for the good and welfare of the borough?
Mayor, I do. I'm sorry, but I have a couple of things. Number one is, I just want to tell the people in town, when you drive by Arden, the school, the front of the school came out beautiful. It's all clean, all that black stuff away, and it really makes our town look good. Number two would be that our BSA person is here. I want to know the impact of people, putting water in our the flood stuff in our drainage and our sewer system. And I don't know what kind of impact that's going to have on our penalties. There's a lot of people that still, and during the finance committee, we said we were going to try to keep an eye on all the dumping in our sewer systems from some pumps. And, maybe we could save some money by doing something. Number three is Hetty. She was a part of this town forever. And I wanted to honor her by asking PTO at Harding to bring back Santa's Workshop. Hetty started that at Harding for the kids, and being politically correct, it got changed to Winter Wonderland. This year, in her honor, I'd really like to have Santa's Workshop back. I think it would be nice for her and her family, well, actually her family now, but I'm just going to ask PTO, maybe the mayor could help me out there, and I know Laura is going to help me out with Vincent. And if there's any objections, just let me know, we can bypass it. But thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I knew Hetty a while. I was on the council for many years as she sat under many mayors. I recall she sat with Greg, right, Greg, Mark's brother, and Kathy, and myself, and presumably even before Greg. From Marge Adler to her, I could tell you she was a consummate professional. She never lost track of what her role was, and quite honestly, she was always a wonder to sit next to. And so she knew so much information that would pop up during the course of a work session that we really never missed a beat. And the Kenilworth was worse off for the time being until Laura came when she left. And condolences go out to her and her family. She truly was a good soul. And I guess this will be our last meeting before Columbus Day. And to call it Columbus Day, I'll continue to call it Columbus Day. But to everyone out there, Italian heritage or any heritage, may you have a great Columbus Day weekend, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Okay. If there's nothing else,
Mayor, if I might. I've been working in the public and the private sector for, I don't want to admit to that, I'm going to leave that one alone. But I've had the absolute pleasure of working with Miss Ellen Johns for the last 7 years, and I can honestly say people of her caliber are few and far between. I do know that, there's a saying out there that says everybody's replaceable. In Ellen's case, I don't believe that's true. Ellen, I wish you all the best.
You may be able to fill my job, but you'll never be able to replace me.
That's more suiting. That's much more suiting. So Ellen, thank you for everything. And up until about 3 hours ago, I was still trying to get your retirement rescinded, but couldn't do it.
okay. If there's nothing else to be brought before the council, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
A motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilman David. All in favor? Aye. Good night, everyone. I'd like to make a motion to close executive session.
So moved.
Okay.
Can't make a motion, I make a motion.
Oh, what am I saying? Where's the motion? Oh, my gosh.
We need a motion.
It's not even had dinner. We need a motion.
I make a motion.
Second.
Okay. Thank you.
Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
Councilman Pence?
Yes.
And Councilman Puglisi?
Yes.
We are back in regular session.
Okay. Is there a motion to appoint redevelopment attorney Inglesino Webster, Wiscalla and Taylor LLC, 600 Parsippany Road, Suite 204, Parsippany, New Jersey?
I will make a motion to accept their services.
Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
Councilman Pence?
Yes.
And Councilman Puglisi?
Yes.
The motion passes.
Okay, excellent. Okay. If there's nothing else to be brought before the council, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Time to go.